Beep beep beep. Do I have sound? Beep beep beep. Testing. 3, 2, 1. Okay, looks like I have sound. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, Matt. I have such a mess on my desk here. Matt, how are you tonight, sir? It's just like late for you. Aren't you way up past your bedtime right now? I think you might be. I think you might just be. Hey, Tessa, Projects and Dad's Garage, late night, yeah. Friday night. You know you got a streamer's life when it's Friday night and you're down in the basement streaming. Just figured I'd pop on for an hour or so tonight and share my pain of all the fun stuff I'm going to do. Okay. I should have put removable hinges on these doors. I'd like to take these doors off, but I'm going to try not to take the doors off. So I don't know how hard this is going to be. What I've got to do here. Hey, Gary T. and Shadell. Isn't it past my bedtime? No, it's only 9:40 at night here. Am I heading to the World of Wheels car show? No, I didn't even know that was on. I'm not a car buff. Sorry, I'm not. I drive cars. I like driving cars. I just got my new lease. Picked it up on Monday this week. So I've had it for 4 days. Love my car. Love all the technology in cars, but I'm not a car buff in a sense. You're at work for 8 hours, and again, tomorrow you got 14 days. Wow. That's a lot of work. That's good. That's really good. 4:38 in the morning, Matt. Man, you're going to fall asleep on this stream. On this. Anyways, I just thought I'd come down. I got a lot of little things on the go, and I've got some things to do. So, rather than cram it all into Sunday, I thought I'd just come on a little bit tonight, and that way I don't have a lot of people watching me screw up, because I've got to take the gantry off here. I don't have to, but I'm going to take the gantry off here because we're going to put that light one on, that really light thing. So, yeah. But I've got a lot of stuff in and around me and on the floor here that I've got to kind of get out of the way here. Actually, this light is a bit low. I can't really raise it up anymore. That's okay. I just got to make sure I don't bump my head on it. But let me turn that light on. There, that'll make things a little brighter over here. I got a light right above my head. You can just see it. My head just makes it like, ooh, like that. So I'm going to pull this side cover off on this guy. Love these quick release clips. Yeah, I know. I just got this thing built, just got it printing, and now I'm modifying it. Yeah, but that's the fun of this hobby. We've printed a new hot end for it. Got to show you this. Look at this. For those on here, I'm going to show this again inside it, but look at this. Look at this print of this new. This is black ABS. This is what ABS? This is 3D Fuel ABS. We look at. Hang on. It's hard to see the black in the light, but there we go. That's part of it. That's the stealth burner part I reprinted. And then we have this part. This part right here. I mean, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous print. And it, once it all fits together, it's going to look really, really nice. Anyways, nice print. I'm not going to tell you what printer I did that on. Okay, now this door is going to be a pain because I got both corners open and I got a door in the way. I may do what my buddy Richard, good friend Richard's doing, and he's putting on doors that he can just lift off. I may do that eventually because I got to get this gantry off. The X gantry has got to come off. I've already got my belts. I guess I can pop my belts out of here. I do not want to take my belts out of here and out of here because I do not want to have to feed those belts that way again. But I think I can go ahead and pull them out of the bottom of this, like so, the top belt here. And I think I'm okay to pull these. Yeah, these ones will come out. They got to come out anyways. These ones. I just don't want to pull them out from the front. Oh, no, see that one? I almost pulled the wrong belt there. There we go. Just about pulled the wrong belt there. It's these ones here that I don't want to pull the belts out of because they are really hard to feed back through these. Very frustratingly hard. So let's push the PTFE tube back out of the way. Okay. I just had some dinner and I got something stuck in my teeth. Anyways. Who else is here? A few people talking, 6 people watching. That's all right. Easily customized editing layouts for each. Yeah, okay, yeah. StreamYard's done a really good job with allowing custom layouts now and stuff. So, okay, so we got to take a few things apart here to get this gantry off and get the new gantry on. But I think I have to print some parts for the new gantry. I'm not 100% sure. So I don't have my Lazy Susan right now, which is unfortunate, which is okay. I loaned it to Richard, and he's using it. I got the big one, but I don't know what to do. I may just build another one and have a few of them lying around because it's handy to have because I want to take this side off too. But, you know, whatever. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, I'm going to pop the drag chain off. This is, I can't put the CAN bus on yet because the board I have does not have CAN bus built in. So Big Tree Tech is sending me they are sending me what I need, which apparently, let's see, they called, and this because I'm so new to this CAN bus stuff, but they are sending me a U2C module. So there's a picture of what they sent. They sent me the picture. They're going to send me this. It's called a U2C module, which apparently will plug into my Mantis CB C8P to allow me to use the CAN bus. Because the board I have is a 1.0 and it doesn't have it built into it. So, hey, Fabian, how are you? So let's go ahead and pop off this drag chain because we got to get everything off of this gantry so we can take the X gantry apart. Okay, let's get the screw out of there. There we go. I picked myself up a new, narrower screw tray because it's nice and small. It's handy. So we'll just use that to put all our screws in as we go here. So we got this off, but I've got to now take this yellow piece off. It's got to come right off so that we can free the whole gantry up here. I believe that's the 3mm driver I need for that. Yes, it is. So we'll pop this guy off here. And I'm banking on my memory as far as which screws I got to use to put back in here. So hopefully my memory doesn't slip, doesn't, hand. It doesn't slip me. Hand pink waving. Interesting. Hand pink. Okay, so we have that off. Our gantry is free. Okay, now I think I'm wondering the best way to do this. I have a feeling because what we're putting on is this guy. Yeah, I think I need to print some parts for this. Do I have? And I happen to have black ABS on the printer right behind me. Hey, 3D4 Joe. Come on. Get out of here. Okay. I knew these would come in handy. Picked these up at Princess Auto. I needed a pair of angled needle nose for doing support removal and stuff, and these things are great. They're $8, $8.95. Okay, so because what we're going to put on here is this guy. This thing weighs next to nothing. I don't want to. It's stiff, but it hurts. So that's going to go on here. But I'm pretty sure I need to print something for this, and I don't know. I've got to figure that out. So this is what we're putting on. And then once that's on, we're going to put the new head on. We've printed out. We're building a new tap. We've reprinted the tap parts, just because. And we've reprinted our print head. The only thing, I think I even reprinted and rebuilt the clockwork too, because it's fun, you know. And I actually had to fix a few things on it, so yeah. It won't replace the linear rail. This is going to replace the extrusion. The linear rail will screw onto this, right onto the front of this. So if you see, this has all those holes on the front. That's where the that's where the linear rail will go, is right across these screws here. So this will go on this way, and the linear rail will go on there. But this will eliminate around, I don't have a scale here. That's one thing I really should get, is a little scale. But this should eliminate, this is about 1/10 of the weight of the extrusion that's on there right now. So, I mean, at least 1/10 of the weight. This weighs nothing. Like this thing, it's really hard to explain how light this is. It's very light. Are these holes threaded? Yes, they are. These are threaded. They should fit an M3. And yes, they do. They're threaded right there. See it? Threaded with an M3. Oh, anti-vibration. Anti-vibration. Hey, Cliff. Yeah, they're threaded. So we're good. So I think what I'm going to do is just pop off the whole gantry from underneath. Although, yeah, that's just the... we'll pop it off from underneath, and then we're going to have to put it on, and we're going to have to square it up again, which is fine. But I want to see. Well, I can unplug this right here, so we're going to unplug this switch. So there we go. So we can get that drag chain right out of the way. So our gantry is completely free now. There we go. Okay, so I've got to remove a couple things here. Before and after input shaper testing. Oh, absolutely. Mind you, I can't do the input shaper right now, but let's go ahead and zoom this in a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to pop off, with the right size hex key. We're going to pop this off. Hopefully I don't lose audio. I'm using my new Rode Wireless Go 2, and I didn't charge it. I didn't charge it. I haven't charged it all week, but according to this, I still have about 20% battery life left. It'll go for about 8 hours on one charge, which is really cool. Okay, so there is our end stop switches right here. Whoa, dude. There's our end stop switches. We can put all that in here. I'm going to utilize this other tray too, because like this one's full of screws from, I don't remember what I took apart with these. I think a lot of these are screws from the 0.1 I'm rebuilding as well. Okay, so we have those two off. I will take, I'll take 3 of them off, and then I'll take 3 off the other side, just so we don't drop it and bend it. I don't want to put any strain on it. Okay. I wish I had my Lazy Susan right now. Well, what I'll do is I'll just quickly do it the old style. We'll just turn this around. We'll pop this side off. If you're building a printer, a Voron, do yourself a favor and put these quick release clips on. Boom. They are great. Yep. I got to order another Lazy Susan part and build myself another Lazy Susan for when I loan one out, so I have one. Hey, 3D Medic Vince. Whoa. Okay, this is where I'm going to. So that's gonna. That's okay. I just don't want this to drop. Oh, wrong screw. Here we go. And there we go. There's our gantry. Okay. Now, cool. Now I've got to see. I don't think. I don't know why I think I need to print parts for that other one. Oh man, these make good back scratchers too. Oh, there we go. Oh, right there. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Nothing like a good back scratch sometimes. Okay. Oh. Okay, and out we go. Okay, so now I can pull this gantry apart. To a point. I don't want to lose those bearing stacks. Those are going to stay the same because the belt path is going to stay the same. The question is, does this just simply slip in here? No, there is a part because there's plugs that got to go in the ends because I have threaded inserts that have got to go in the end, and those threaded inserts are what this is going to screw into. Yep, and there's two that go on. Yeah, we have two on this side, two on this side, two upper, two lower. Okay, so we definitely need to. There's some parts I got to print on this, so I'll have to look them up. And unfortunately, I have no clue what. And these are M5 heat insets. Very cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this off. Here. There we go. Oh, it's cold in this basement tonight. Spring is here. We had a nice mild day today. We hit 12 degrees Celsius, which is 54. Yay! Spring is here. Oh, didn't quite drop it. Okay, and on the bottom, I believe all I need is this one out. That should be a long one. Yes, it is. So that'll come off. Okay. And so we're only using one on the bottom with a spacer. And this should come off. There we go. Okay. So we got those off. There is our gantry. Now we're going to take the linear rail off. Those are M3s. Hey, Jack Black. We're going to be careful that I don't spill my balls. The silence of the lambs. And last and least, so now, there we go. The rail's heavy. Now this, yeah, just the difference between this and this, it's at least 10 times the weight of this. I mean, wow. What a difference that'll make. Two things, because number one, we screw right into this, so we're going to eliminate the weight of this and the weight of this on there, which is a fair bit of weight between the two of them. So those will be eliminatioto. There we go. And then this guy's just going to screw right onto here. Yeah, right there. And they all line up perfectly, actually. Nice thing is that I don't have to worry about the position and measuring, because there's only one position that they can go in here, because these are all pre-tapped and pre-positioned holes. Awesome. Chasing the grams. I'm not, okay. It printed fine without this, but this was given to me to use, so I'm using it. I'm using it. And yeah, but I'm just impressed with the difference in the weight. So we're gonna get rid of these T-nuts. I got a lot of T-nuts to get rid of on this. Come on. Yeah. There we go. And it gives me a spare extrusion for my playing pleasure if I want to use it for something, because this will now be a spare. Make a good weapon. Wonder what the torsion characteristics are in those. You had to reboot your system. Hey Smalls. I don't know. The torsion. I don't know. I just know that these are. I don't want to bend too hard because I don't know, but all I know is it's very strong. It's structured after those. It's structured after, I don't even know what they're called when you see in construction when they build buildings, and they're usually in a triangle shape. But it's very it's a proven architectural structure to be extremely strong, I suppose. I guess so. Yeah. But that's the top, or is that the top? I think this is the top here. Anyways, I need to go find out. I need to get online and see. So let me go to 3D Lab Tech, who sells this and who gave this to me. And let me see what it is I need to print. I'm sure there's plugs that I need to print for the ends. And I've got the ABS all loaded up on the fast printer here, so I can print them really quick. But I want to go see if I can figure out what it is I need. So let's check it out. Well, first of all, what I'm going to do is move this rail, because I know me, and I will end up spilling my balls if I don't move that out of the way. Now, I can't see chat for a moment here. Bear with me. I am just looking up 3D Lab Tech, looking up under mods. And there is where's the rails? Let's see. Well, he doesn't have them under his mods. Or does he? Rainbow? No. Rainbow matchsticks? No. Okay, let's look under 3D printer parts. I know I saw them in here. Okay, let's make this a little smaller. Man, that's big. Mind you, I got a massive monitor here, so I'm going to find these parts. Let's just look. Because he may have a link to the printed parts required is why I'm looking on here. And then if not, I will use the power of Google. Now, I know I saw these on here. There's the fans. There's all the electronics. There's the hardware. Where are these rails? Oh, wow, I must have passed them. Oh, my hands are freezing. Okay. Probably be quicker for me to Google it, but I'm just going to double check. Unless he's sold out, which is a possibility. Belts, beds, bearings, linear rails, mechanical. Okay, I am not finding them on here for some reason. Hot ends and Voron frame kits. I'm not finding them on here. Let's go to the featured products. There they are. No, that's not it. Titanium backers. He's bringing us some titanium backers. There they are right there. Ultralight aluminum gantry. There it is. Okay. There we are. Okay, there we found the blocks on Thingiverse. Okay, so allow all. So I need to print 2.4 Voron 0.1. Okay, the 2.4 ones are the ones I'm going to need. I download that. I don't need the 2.4 ones I'm pretty sure are just the same as Trident. Yeah, it's the same size gantry, so we should be fine. And we're going to need 2 of those. Okay, so we've downloaded those. Let's see if anybody's chatting away on me here. Where's my stream window? There we are. Hey, Miles. Going good. Trusses. Saw the sexiest beam and at Mellow. $30. Open cage just like that beam. Cool. Okay, so we found it. So I'll show you what it is in a second here. Let me open my slicer. Let me move this over to here. Actually, first thing I want to do real quick here is get my bed starting to warm here, because the bed is right now at 9 degrees. So I need to get the bed going to 90. There we go. We'll start this heating up. There we go. We'll start that heating up, and then that way when I finish slicing it, it'll be good. Go to my download folder, and there's the piece. Oh, come on, drag it on. There we go. Okay, so there we go. And then we are going to this filament right here, which is actually black, but okay. Well, that's cool, Nick. Bargain basement priced, and it has the Pi 3B as loan is worth decent money. So this, hang on, I've got a where's my knife? Here, I just need to. I got something that's bothering me since I've eaten. There we go. Those sharp blades make great toothpicks. So there's the piece that we're printing right here for it. That we're going to print the insert piece where we have to put some heat insets in it, etc., 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 etc. So we're going to do 2 of these. So we're going to clone it. We'll do 2 of them, and we'll just do an auto layout on the bed, auto arrange. There we go. And yes, I'm printing them on the Bamboo in ABS on my P1P. So we will do this with our typical 4 perimeters, or is it 5 perimeters? I'm going to go 5 just to make it strong. 5 top, 5 bottom. It's overkill, but hey, what the heck. 45%, 45% infill. We'll use gyroid infill. And our filament is already set. Yes, it says PLA matte, but trust me, that's ABS. I'm tricking the system. I don't need supports, and I don't need a brim. No brim. And so if we go ahead and slice it, we should be a very fast 28-minute print. 34 minutes, really. Oh, it's probably because I've got 5. I don't need 5 perimeters. Come on. Let's go 4 perimeters, 5 top, 5 bottom, 40. I think 40% infill is what I've been using for all these parts. So we should be okay. Let's slice it down. It's not going to make a huge difference. 33 minutes, not a big deal. Okay, then we'll print the plate, and we will send. Oops, wrong printer. Cancel. I have a P1P downtown at my office. That's why it says KKP P1P. So we'll send it to the proper printer this time. How's that? Bamboo sees what I'm printing. Good. Let them. I don't care. I don't care. I get a kick out of a lot of the people who are saying, oh, no, I'm not letting Bamboo see what I'm doing. I mean, it sends my STLs to it sends my G code to the cloud and then back to my printer. And I don't want Bamboo knowing. I don't care if Bamboo knows what I print. I really don't. It's not sending my driver's license, my birth certificate, my bank account number, my social insurance number. It's not sending my debit card. It's not sending information that I care about to the cloud and back. It's sending my STL files to the cloud and back. I'm fine with that. So do the neighbors due to the fan noise. This thing's not that loud. That's the other thing, is it's to me, it's not overly loud. So anyways, that's just me. I laugh at some of the posts I see in the Bamboo Facebook group. I really do. And then some of the people out there, I can understand some of the businesses don't want people. Anyways, for me, I'm go to the cloud and back. I'm fine. People don't seem to really pay that much. It seems to be, for some reason, with 3D printing and slicers, that, oh, there's privacy issues when it goes to the cloud and back. But people do online banking. People have software, their cars. They can run your car from your app. Online shopping, you name it. That doesn't seem to bother these folks that are saying, oh, I can't send my STL files to the cloud and back, because I'm sure Bamboo has somebody sitting there saying, oh, look, DeWitt 3D is uploading this file. We better pay close attention to them. Not happening. Not happening. Well, exactly, Nick. If I was printing guns, if I was in Canada, it's illegal to print firearms. Can't do that. If I was doing something illegal, well, yeah, then I'm not going to send it up through the cloud. But I've got nothing to hide for what I do here. So when you spend weeks creating a file, you don't want that just going out into a cloud somewhere. Friendship lights, I agree. I really do agree. Now that's why the option is here as well, to save it to an SD card, walk over to the printer, put it in the SD card, and print away. You know, theoretically, the Vorons are hooked up to the internet. So I use the internet Wi-Fi to send my files from my computer to the Voron. So they go through the Wi-Fi system. So if somebody hacks my computer, if somebody taps into my, there's ways to intercept anything. I mean, so yeah. There's a couple of idiots selling illegal pew-pews that will get convicted once the government gets that evidence. Absolutely. Or use local area network mode. Right, Smalls? Exactly. Yeah, there's ways around it, right? But I don't care. I'm printing files that I'm getting off Thingiverse right now. I'm printing Voron parts. I'm printing rat rig parts, etc., etc. It's there. I'm not hiding anything. It's nothing that I've created. These are free out there, all you want files. So yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Emery, how are you? I just saw that you popped on. Good to see you, man. Oh, well, I remember. Now that you're on here, well, I remember. Because I told you that I'd probably forget. Well, I think about it. Let's see. Do, do, do. Let's take a walk and find it. Well, I remember. Right here. I will put this in my bag and bring it to work Monday. So don't forget to come and pick that up. I'm pretty sure it's still, I've had it for a long time. I'm sure it doesn't go bad. It's in a sealed bottle. So there we go. I'm glad you popped on. It reminded me. I would have forgot. I have a bad memory that way, even though I have a bottle of it over here somewhere on my desk. So, yeah. Yeah. So this is starting. We're warming up. Did I pick the wrong filament for this? I might have. It's only warming up to 65. I think I screwed up here. Let me stop my print. Confirm. Let's just keep the bed warm though. I think I screwed up. My bad. Nothing to do with the printer. Printer's only as smart as the person using it. It's not very smart tonight. Okay, so let's see. I'm sure I changed these filament properties, but I probably didn't. They probably went back. See, I didn't, because I want my nozzle to be at 255. Yeah, I know. It thinks there's PLA in there. And the reason it thinks there's PLA in there is because in the spool holder I made, I, for some reason, have one of their RFID, NFC, whatever, those little tags was in there. And it was a PLA one. So every time I put this in, and I keep forgetting to take it out when I put filament on this spool, it thinks it's PLA. It thinks it's Bamboo Labs PLA in there. So I need to override and fool it. And then our textured PEI build plate is going to be 90 and 90. There we go. Go like that. And now let's go ahead and slice it. And now let's go ahead and print it. That should be better. I'll just make sure that it's going to go to 90, but we're already at 80 degrees on the bed, so it won't take long for this to start. They don't want us printing parts for other printers. Yeah, watch this. I'll be printing a part. They're going to see, oh, this is a Voron part. We're going to shut your printer down. That would be funny. Come on. Wow. Dude. Oh, you're following my... Oh, no, you're not following my face again. You just don't like when I manhandle you, do you? You naughty camera. Hang on, that just doesn't sound right. There we go. Unzipping the 3MF file. It's the only downfall with this thing and about sending it over the web, probably because it's got to go all the way to space and back, but it takes a while to download. Mind you, this is a small file. So we're starting to print. We are heating up to 90 and 255. So I got the... I did get it right. I think before this starts, though, I'm going to give a little taste of this. I use this a fair bit. It's like an insurance policy for me. So we're going to rub some of that on the hot bed. It's preferable to do it on a cold bed, but I forgot. So red alert. Tim is making another Voron. Nah, I wish. Yeah, red alert. Yeah, but this stuff, if you guys don't use this, yeah, it's a little pricey. but this stuff is so good. It works really well, especially when I'm printing ABS on an open P1P in a basement where the bed cooled off to 9 degrees. So stuff works good, which reminds me I need to grab another bottle of that stuff. They sent me a bunch of this last year to use and try and talk about, so I got to bring another full bottle of this down to my office because I ran out at my office. So here we go. So when you get them, they come with a little brush and a bottle, and there is this stuff goes quite a long way actually, and this is 100 mils, and you get a little bit of a instruction pamphlet here. So this stuff is good for PEI, PEEK, PPSU, nylon, PEEK, PPS, ABS, PSU, and more. I use this on PLA. I use this on PETG. It's good. It does say you got to shake well. It's an alcohol based. I know people that you do when they do PLA, they water this down or mix it with isopropyl, 50-50. Apply a liberal coating. Make sure build plate is clean. Oh, it doesn't say anything about a cold build plate. And then basically it says blah, blah, blah. Many polymers behave differently. Some can break your glass if cooled on the plate. Please see our detailed instructions. So I don't use glass, so I don't know if it'll break my glass. And it says some polymers may chip glass. So they give you that warning. I'm sure they've had some people have their plates break and are not happy with it. But the instructions, so basically clean your build plate, use water, Windex, or alcohol. Apply to use bottle, pen, draw your print surface area, spread evenly. Use the bottle like a pen. Draw your print area. If you're printing below 300, remove the part when cool, which is pretty obvious anyways. And if you're above 300, remove the part while hot. So, and then again, caution, may break glass. So yeah. And it's designed for high temperature filaments as well. So anyways, it's good stuff. I found for applying it now, I will go across the bed and I'll just go boom, 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 little streak. And then I use one of these lint-free, I don't even know what you call these, lint-free rags. And I just basically, instead of the brush, I just like I'm washing the bed with it. And it coats the bed really well. And it's good for 5 to 6 prints, depending on what material I'm printing. So, and I don't mind the smell of it. So that's going to go to my office too, along with Emery's filament repellent, plastic repellent paint. So there we go. PEEK probably breaks glass too, I would imagine. I don't know if I'll ever print PEEK. PEEK is expensive as all get out. So I've spoken to some people that have printed PEEK, but yeah, it's expensive stuff. And I don't really have a need for PEEK other than going peekaboo. Sorry, that was just bad. That was really bad. What are we tearing down tonight, Kit? We have torn apart. If I, how can you tell I'm missing my lazy Susan? If I turn this around, we are missing a gantry here. So I just dropped a piece. I've got to go see what I dropped. I bet it's a piece of the rat rig build. It is. Don't want to drop my rat rig parts. Oh man, I need to vacuum my floor over here. It's terrible. There we go. We have taken apart the X gantry and we are replacing it with this. But I needed to print a couple inserts for the end before I rebuild it. I probably won't finish this tonight. I'm just streaming for about an hour or so. I just wanted to come on and come down and do a few things and get my body moving because I'm freezing. So is my office just for 3D printing, Miles? No, my office, my business is I am business partners. I have a partner. We've been in business for over 30 years and we are a printing and sign company. So we print everything from business cards, stationery forms, catalogs, blah, 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 all the way up to banners, signs, banners. 4 feet by 8 foot is the largest we will do for signs. vehicle decaling. I don't do vehicle wraps, but vehicle decals, window decals, wall murals, all kinds of fun stuff. Matter of fact, I just printed these for myself today because I have a plan. I'm going to be doing some funky stuff. These are on adhesive vinyl, and these are 300 millimeter squared things. I've got some plans for what I'm doing with these things. So yeah, pretty fun. Been in this business forever, for a long time. Is this kit? This is not from Feistech. This is a LDO kit, and that rail is was given to me, was provided to myself by my friend Andy over at 3D Lab Tech, a local guy here. So he's been really supportive with all these builds I've been doing. And he is a local supplier of parts, Voron parts, and general parts. So, yeah. What is the little piece that is printed along part A of the bamboo spool? What is the little piece that is printed along with part A of the bamboo spool? Oh, I don't know. I know what you mean. I threw it out. I don't know what that's for. I know what you mean. It's like a little curved piece, right? Yeah. I honestly don't know what that's for. LOS Inc. Say decals again? What? I know. Okay. You're in the United States, right? And I didn't say decal. I said decal. I call them decals. And I know you guys call them decals. So most of my customers call them stickers. So it locks the two halves together? Really? No. Well, the ones I printed, they lock together by twisting. The ones I printed lock together the same as this bamboo one that they supply, and they lock together just by here and then like that. So at least that's what's running in here right now is one of them. You did use glue a couple times. I forgot one time and it came off. Great glass, still hot, so you kept printing PETG. Hey Ben, interesting. Smoles answered you 10 minutes ago. Did he? Smoles answered me with what? Oh, somebody answered you. Okay. Oh, I see. There we are. Oh, you answered that. I just missed that question, Joe. Sorry. Yeah. Scroll down and you'll see a diagram. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't use it because mine just locks together like that and like that. So maybe I obviously missed that. But when you get an AMS, so my first, when the P1P came, both P1Ps, they came with a roll of 1 kilogram roll of white filament. They came on these spools. So the printers come with that. So I have a P1P here and a P1P at the office. So I have two of those. When you order the AMSs come with 4 spool holders. They come with 2 of the clear and 2 of the white. Now the difference between the two is for when you're drying filament. This one has a temperature resistance of less than or equal to 90 degrees Celsius, and this temperature resistance is 70 degrees Celsius. So higher temperature filaments that you're gonna, or higher temperature drying, you're gonna want to use this one. Lower temperature drying like PLA, you're gonna want to use this one. I don't dry filament, so I don't have an issue with that. And I just lost the end of this spool. Not a good thing to do, but I think I'm okay. So yeah, so the P1P comes with 4, and you get 1 with the printer, so that's 5. So I have 2 spares here. Well, because I'm using the one I made in there and that because I rewound it with my, for those of you that didn't see my rewinder tool, if you'd like me, I can show you that tonight. This thing is incredible. Yeah, so I've got lots of these kicking around right now. So 3 clear and 1 of the other. On the site, they call it a spacing shim. Okay. Okay, interesting to know. Hey, Major Gamer Geek. Yeah. So yeah, the one I just got at the office, the AMS, came with two of the solid and 2 of the clear. This one came with 3 clear and 1 solid. So I think it's whatever. But and then when I order filament from Bamboo Lab, it comes on the refill core, of course, with the RFID or whatever that's called, that tag in there. Is that called an RFID tag? I guess it is. RFID. Anyways, yeah. So that's how these ones work. Well, and if anybody who's have been watching, when I got the first white roll with the first printer, when I put the filament on, or I was doing something, I didn't lock this closed, and it was on the back of it, and it fell off, and I lost 1 kilogram of white filament. I didn't bother respooling it. Now, had I built this back then, I might have tried respooling it. So, but this thing is just pretty incredible. Oh, you can't do that when there's no spool on here. Kind of messes it up. But this thing is pretty cool the way this works. I'm making another one of these, actually. I like it so much. I'm going to have one for here, one for the office. And if I ever come across a spool, like I have a few here that do not fit in the AMS properly, I will simply take one of my empty spools and I will use that. And in under 2 minutes, I can spool 1 kilogram of filament onto one of these. Now, there is that upgrade, I forget what it's called, for the AMS that people have been printing. I know Jerry did one, 3D Jerry, where you print it in 3 parts. You got your AMS out, you take everything out of it, blah, blah. You put this in, and you can fit your bigger and wider spools in. But you lose your desiccant compartments. You lose a few things. And plus, I don't want to be taking my AMSs apart. I mean, I can, but I just don't want that headache. I'd rather spend 2 minutes and respool a roll of filament. So I just like the cranking action. Yes. Yes. A spacer shim, interesting. I'll watch for loose fit with your next reload. Yeah. You'll be in one of those soon, as soon as you get clipper running on your under 3. Very cool. Ditch the crank handle and put a drill on it. Yeah, I know. I've got to print the drill attachment for it. It was even suggested to me at one point to and I might look into it. I don't know, because I like tinkering with electronics and stuff now. But a motor, some sort of a motor mount to it. You're going to need a something to support the motor. But just imagine a motor on here and just fire the motor up and it goes. So, anyways, what I ended up having to do on this is I put a dab of hot glue on this to hold it down, because this thing kept lifting up. So I've just got hot glue on there to hold it down, so that if I ever need to bring it, pop it off or anything, I can just pop the glue off and we're good to go. But this is really cool. This is very cool. I forget who made it. It's available on printables, but I saw it on Brian Vine's BV3D, Brian Vine's channel, and I saw him with this, and I said, I got to make one of those. Or right away, I made it. Everything on here printed on the Bamboo P1P. Everything. So, except for the bearings, because it can't print bearings. And then I printed a bunch of different size inserts, depending on the donor spool, whichever one fits. So there's different sizes for different size spools. So very, very, very cool. Really, really neat little thing to have. What is it printed out of? PLA. This is all PLA. It's all it needs. Yeah, some of these parts may wear after a while, but that's the beauty of it, is you just print new ones. But look at the clean prints there that came off the P1P. These are off the P1P. Whoops. Some were printed on this P1P, some were printed on the other P1P downtown. No supports. And they all printed in a vertical stance like this, and it's extremely strong. And the tolerances are just perfect. Everything is great. Using an Arduino or Pico microcontroller and a motor driver board, simply code available online. Yeah, it looks really good. Lost Ink. It's I'm telling you, this P1P. I know you weren't here earlier, but I reprinted my Stealth Burner parts because I wanted to just change the color, and these are all ABS. the light's doing some funky things with it there. These are printed ABS black on the P1P. I mean, look at how clean those parts are. Look at them, like, yay. And then same with the same with my tap. I printed these tap parts for rebuilding my tap on the P1P. And the tolerances, the clearance, everything is just, it's perfect. Like, these are really, really, really nice looking prints. So, yeah. Yep. They look injection. They almost do, don't they? Like, they're I'm extremely impressed with the prints I'm getting. And it's unfortunate. I know there's some guys out there that are having issues with the quality on their bamboo printers, but I think I lucked out with two really, really good printers. This is the Clockwork 2. Was all printed in blue, Sparkle ABS from Sparta 3D. This is all done in the P1P. I mean, yeah, I can print, and yes, I have the Vorons. I can print them on the Vorons, but right now I'm in the stage where I'm printing a lot of stuff on the P1P just to give it a test, and I want to see how it all works. But I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot better than these. So, you know, yeah, so it's very good. Very, 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 very good. ESP32 cam module 7BUCS. Jack Black, that's French to me because speed matters. Nah, speed doesn't matter. It happens to print fast, but you know, if it took an extra half hour to print one of the parts, hey, no big deal. No big deal. So how are we doing on this right now? We have 13 minutes left on these parts. It prints pretty quick, and I am freezing. They are beautiful, aren't they, Ben? What else do I have here? I mean, I even print in place. These are some from Flexi Factory. It's really hard to see on the red on this camera, but these are some prints that I did from Flexi Factory. Some of the first prints I tried on the P1P when I first got it, and I mean, they just came out beautiful. So I'm not a fanboy of any particular one. I like all my printers. I love my Prusa. As a matter of fact, I got some interesting news about the Mark IV, but we're not going to save that. And but I just love these. I mean, I'm giving this printer a run for its money. I want to put a lot of hours on it. And then the same thing with the Marching Ant from Flexi Factory too. So I mean, that is just, it doesn't get a lot better than that. The only other thing I could have done would have been adaptive, whatever you call it when you do the adaptive layer height when it comes to the top here, to make that a little cleaner, but man, that's clean. So anyways, Pico W is only $4. Pico no cam. Picos. Oh, speaking of Picos, for some reason, this happens to me a lot. So I have, speaking of Pico, I have a couple packages of these. There's 3 Picos in it. And I don't know what they're for, and I don't know what they're, I got them, and I'm trying to remember what I got them for. But yeah, just these little boards here. Oops, Raspberry Pi Picos. I'm sure I'll use them eventually for something. So I got 6 of them. They weren't expensive. 2 boxes, 3 packs. So they weren't expensive, but I'm sure I'll find a use for them eventually. The MK4 is too little too late. Ben, that's interesting. I wouldn't say too little. I was impressed with their 20-minute benchy. That thing, that printed a beautiful, in draft mode, a nice 20-minute benchy. And they're great little microcontrollers for something, yeah. And the MK4 has been in service for well over a year. They've been using them on their print farms for anybody who probably bought a Mini or a Mark III Plus over the last year has probably been getting parts printed on the MK4. So, yeah, with Clipper and ASXL. They are for USB input shaping. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I got them for. With Clipper and ADXL. Yeah, okay. The MK4 wasn't released to compete with the Bamboo and other similar printers, more just to bring the MK3 into line with modern era. Exactly, I agree with you, Kit. Because it was coincidence, if you want to call it that. What I've been hearing, and I just hear through the grapevine, what I've been hearing is that they were waiting to release the MK4. They knew it was working. They knew what they were doing. There was a shortage of parts and electronics and boards, et cetera, et cetera. They were waiting until that shortage was ending or they could catch up to that before they announced the release so that they could ship. If you notice, they shipped the day they announced the release, they started shipping. And they had some test ones out there already, but they started shipping the day they announced the release. The only thing that's delayed in shipping is the upgrade kits. And they're allowing you to upgrade right up to the 4. I think the only thing, if you go from a Mark III Plus or a Mark III to a 4, I think the only thing you're not going to get is the thicker or the bigger frame, which apparently is not a major deal. If you go to the 3.9, if you go to the Mark III Plus to the Mark 3.9, you're going to miss that frame again. But I think everything, including the rods, is updated. The only thing that's not updated on that is the motors for the, I don't know, the less vibration or something in the motors, which apparently is very minuscule, not even a noticeable difference. So the Prusa L announcement, smaller XL. You think so? It was released to take attention off the X1. I don't agree, Teza. I just don't agree. Nero has a video on how to use them. Okay, I'll have to look that up, Major Gamer. And their Benchy prints are comparing apples to oranges. They printed in draft mode because that's the only way they could get a 20 minutes on the Benchy. True. But it was a good-looking Benchy for draft mode. Frame and thicker Z-rods. Yes, it is. I think you get the thicker Z-rods with the update if you go to the MK 3.9, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to matter. But the thing that I'm most excited about is the hot end with the oh man, it just lost me. The extruder, the planetary gear extruder, looks incredible. So I think that's part of the huge game changer there is that planetary gear extruder. That should prevent any clogs. It should prevent any extruder skipping, et cetera, et cetera. But I can't, Ben. I don't get a good-looking Benchy in 20 minutes on my Vorons. So it's not all about speed. It's not all about speed. Yeah, the Bamboo's fast, and I love the speed. I love the quality, but it's not all about the speed. If a printer's fast and your quality is just subpar, then what's the point? You've used the Pico and ADXL input shaping. Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard that works really well. Speed without quality it's useless. So that's, but kind of like Bamboo, I think Prusa listens to their customers a lot. One of the reasons that they kept, and this is what they were talking about, one of the reasons they kept that basic type of bed slinger style and design on the MK4 was so that the MK3 customers had an upgrade path, a direct upgrade path to get to the MK4 to get all those extra features on there. So that's one of the reasons they stayed with that one on the MK4. Now, are they going to come out with probably a smaller, like somebody said here, a smaller XL, which with a Core XY? Probably, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it because, I mean, they're doing fine. The neck extruder and the nozzles are proprietary, and they'll be freezing out third-party vendors for those parts. They are no longer open source. Possibly. If the extruder and the nozzle are proprietary, that's fine. Why would you want to take an extruder with the planetary gears? Why would anybody want to modify that anyways? Like really, and based on what I've seen and what they look like, they it's not like they're going to break down over the life of the printer. The nozzle, sure, you're going to want a different nozzle. It's no different than saying that the E3D nozzles are proprietary, because they are. You have to buy an E3D nozzle to get that particular, one-handed nozzle change, and so you're paying a little extra for the nozzle, but they're good nozzles that are going to last a lot longer. So an XL Mini, oh, that'd be cool. You can buy parts on AliExpress, yeah. And you can use, yeah, actually, that's true. I'm sorry, Nick has a good point. You can use any third-party nozzle on their on their nozzles, because they have adapters for different nozzles, and you can use a V6 nozzle on it as well. That's right. The V6 nozzles will work. So you can get yourself a hardened steel nozzle, yada, yada, yada. They mentioned that it will work with a variety of nozzles. So that takes the nozzle aspect out of it. And now if we're talking about the extruder itself, if you're going to modify the extruder, don't buy a Mark IV, period. Really. Yeah. There may already be a knockoff brand of Revo out there, for sure. For sure it would. The Obsidian nozzles finally. I've got two Obsidian. I call them obnoxious nozzles, but I've got two Obsidians on the way. I got an email saying that shipping was April something. So been waiting 6 months. What's another few weeks? Not a big deal. Okay, 3 minutes left on this print, and then I'll just get this put together probably, and it's getting late. But I will grab my, let me grab my heat inset press, because we're going to put some heat insets in this thing. Now the beauty of this is I happen to have, where are my heat insets? These are M5s, I believe. And I happen to have different size heat inset tips for this iron. So I think this is an M5, and I think I have an M5 inset right there. Yes, I do. So that's cool. So I have an tip for M5 heat insets. So it's perfect. And there should be 6 in here. 1, 2, 3, 6 of them. So we will take this. Yeah, the MMU thing is interesting. So we'll take this one off. Come on out. Don't be shy. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. It just takes a little bit of coaxing to get this guy out. There we are. So that's the M3 insert for it. And then we just got to pop the M5 in. There we go. And you're not going to fit. Why aren't you going to fit? Did you popped out a bit? Oh, there we are. Now you're fitting. I do love heat inserts. Yes, inserts. There we go. So there's our M5 tip. I got that little kit on Amazon. It has a M3, M5, and I think this is an M4. Yeah, I think that's for an M4. So it's a good little handy thing to have. Oh, I love heat insets now. I've actually, I even not redesigned, but I added some modifier on this thing on the next one I printed, so that I could actually put heat insets in here. And I have to do it on this piece too, because you should. Why not use heat insets instead of threading into plastic? Not buying a Prusa either, but for some, I'm sure it's a good option. Absolutely. Remind you of folks that build elaborate pocket hole jigs that they use just maybe a few times. I've used this heat inset thing 150 million times. This tray, I think I got it. I saw it on Steve Builds, and I liked it, and he gave me the link to it. I think I found it on Printables somewhere. I honestly don't remember. Just look for heat insert tool tray or something like that. And I just printed it up, and I kind of like it. It holds my M3 heat insets, and it holds a bunch of the tips. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. We have 0 minutes left on this print. Oh, just as I said that, it stopped. Tools like the LDO kit. Yeah, those are nice ones. I got 3 or 4 of them now. Actually, I have 3. I gave one to my buddy. But yeah, these ones are nice because you can, it's got the little screwable things on here, and you can actually adjust the depth with these screws as far as how far it sits into your actual heat inset. These are the ones that come with the LDO kit. So they're pretty cool. Okay, so I don't warp these parts, we're going to, oh man, that didn't do a good job on the very top layer of these. Okay, those are not good at all. See, it just goes to show it's not a perfect printer. Oh, I know why. That's my bad again. Cooling. I did not adjust my cooling for ABS. Yeah, that's what I get. So yeah, I'm not going to use these because they are ugly. So here, look. Looks good, right? Hang on. Come on. Looks not bad, but look at that. I butchered it by not setting my cooling properly. I butchered it. Ah, man, did I ever butcher it. Oh, and it's because it's an overhang. Oh, I printed them in the wrong friggin' orientation. That's what I did. Oh, man, see what I get for rushing a print? Yeah, the bamboo's not perfect. I should have printed these in this orientation. I printed them this way. And I just totally, completely brain farted out on the fact that there's an overhang there. And without supports, there's no friggin' way I'm going to print that. So in other words, the top should look like that. I just had a brain fart there. So that's not the bamboo's fault. That's my fault. These need to be printed in this orientation like this. Damn. I must be a Prusa fanboy. Yes, you got it, Shane. Ah, crap. Well, that sucks. Anyways, I'm going to reprint these, but these, basically what these do is these will slide into the end. It won't slide in so easy now, but these are going to slide into the end of these rails after I put heat insets in them, and basically slide in, and they're going to be they're going to be the ones basically that then this goes into and it attaches to that. But I got to reprint these in the proper orientation. I can't believe it. I was just rushing to get these done. And I mean, if I would have, and I generally, that's such a stupid mistake. I can't believe I did that. Because if you look at the, if I would have just taken a second, see, this is how I saw it on my build plate. If I would have just taken a second to go ahead and said, okay, well, let's double check, make sure everything, I would have gone right there and said, oh, look. I would have gone and said, oh, look, that's not going to work. It can't print in midair. So, geez. So what I need to do is take that, and if I let this automatically orient, or just like that even, there we go. See, the bamboo slicer's smarter than me. I should print them like that. Yeah, I can print them that way. That's fine. That's how they should have been printed. Frig. Wasn't even thinking about it. Usually when I bring a model in, because I'm so used to bringing a model in and it's already oriented the correct way. So we'll just quickly slice that really quick, and we'll print it again while the bed is still a bit warm, but I'm not going to stay live for this because I need to go. Plus, you know, to see what happens when you do this stuff when you're tired. Linear rails mount, I'll show you. right, and it's hard to see these on screen but there are holes. I'll put one of these M3s in here just to show you. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, I got glue on the tip of that one. That's why. Glue, for some reason, there was glue on the tip of that screw. There we go. Oh, come on. My hands are cold and they're not working right. There we go. So if you look there, oops, there are holes along the whole front of that rail. Focus. There we go. So, and I've screwed that screw into one. So that's where the linear rail mount is, right on the front right there. So that's going to be the front of it, like so. Yeah. So top accuracy changes with a holy gantry. Yeah. Yeah. And then where's my rail? Oh, my rail's in the printer so I don't damage it. And so this, every hole on this lines up just like so. So it'll just go on like that. It's funny, the linear rail is probably 15 times heavier than the gantry. So yeah. Tapped holes. Yeah. And it's very, very straight on. Like, hang on. This might be a cool look. Hang on. There, I see you. Ooh. Kind of a scary look. Shouldn't change much if it's braced properly. No, and I'm also we're getting some titanium backers. We're going to be getting some titanium backers now. I don't know if actually the titanium backer won't work on this because it needs to have the blah blah. But we're going to be getting titanium backers for the Y rails. So, is this guy started up yet? Yeah, we're printing now. There we go. We're going to start that printing again. I can't believe I did that. That is such a rookie mistake. Oh man, what an idiot! Jeez. It's like, gee, look at the quality that came off the bamboo. What do you mean the bamboo can't handle an overhang like that? Come on. I thought this thing was magical. It could print in midair. But the quality looks good otherwise. If you ignore that part, I mean, the print quality looks amazing if you ignore that part. Tap won't notice it. Steve has one on his. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, well, recycle bin. Or whatever you want to call my little bin down there that all my stuff goes into. Okay, well, I'm officially tired. I'll just show you one other thing I picked up today on Amazon. I'm hoping these work because I need these for the bamboo or for the rat rig. I keep mixing them up. I picked up a few of these things, and these things are because my bamboo rails are massive rails. And what's the gantry made of? If I had to guess, titanium. Let me. I think it's titanium, or is it aluminum? Titanium and aluminum taste pretty close. So, anyways, I picked myself up some for my drug habit. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I might get like 5 seconds of talk out of this, but obviously my Rode is dead and I have to charge my Rode. So perfect timing, because we're not going to end up doing any more tonight because I got to reprint that part. So I'm going to say goodbye. I think I'm talking now. Yeah, I'm probably talking too loud now, but I'm going to say goodbye before this microphone dies again. And thank you everybody for watching. But keep an eye out. I may come back on tomorrow or something like that. But I appreciate y'all watching. I just didn't realize my mic died till somebody said that, and I can see it's very low in the red right now, so it's going to die any second. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll get